Okay, guys, welcome back to yet another episode of DSA Python series. Okay. Let us share some link. My, okay, so write similar description for WhatsApp message for data date. Okay, so you can see here this is we will just paste it. Okay, so link just copy the link. Now you can just put it on LinkedIn. And some more groups. 90K member. Can we put in some other group also? Rank Mafia. I think that's enough. X.com. Just put it here. Okay, so just remove this. Practice. Submit. Can we have on Facebook? Okay. Facebook. Uh, okay, so let's start with the discussion, guys. So we are given an array which is in ascending order and which is sorted. Okay, but it is rotated k times. So if it is rotated 4 times, then this will be the result, and if it is rotated 7 times, then it will repeat. Okay, it will repeat. So notice that the rotating array a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of n minus 1 time results in an array a of n minus 1, a of 0. Okay, like this. Given the sorted array nums of unique elements, so we have here unique elements. Okay, return the minimum elements of this array. You must write an algorithm in this, right? So what do we have to find out? I have to find the minimum, which is the smallest element in this array, that we have to find out. Okay. So what strategy we have? So it is already given that we have to write an algorithm log n times. Okay, time complexity should be order of log n. I'll just close this. So this is the link of the question, and this is the question, right? So we are here. Find the minimum rotated sorted array. Right? Uh, so I'll update this list. The merge. Okay, we'll just. So DSA in Python. Okay. 200 days live DSA in Python. Right. So this will be our heading on this sheet. Now I am in, day 37. Okay. So I'll just be filling out all these links and the topics from the day one, right? So that you can easily check where the question is. You can easily check where this solution is. Okay. So I'll be uploading these solutions. Okay. Initially I have created these two links, or you can say column, wherein I will give the link of live discussion, and I will give the details of. No, I'll just delete these. Did I delete it? Not required. So you can see here I have given some links to. Okay, so this is the link. Largest element in an array. So this is also the right. So this is the explanation which I have explained. So these are the edited videos. Okay, I have edited like which is relevant to, and very short explanation is there. If you want very detailed and live discussion, then you can surely go to this link. I'll soon be updating all these links. Okay. So okay, so let us start the discussion. Okay, I have to find the minimum in a sorted array, right? Okay, so let us think how we can go. If I want to find the minimum in sorted array, then the easiest solution is to traverse through the loop, right? So simply I'll have for I in range 0 to n, simple, which will have log, sorry, which will have order of n, big O of n time complexity, right? Let us do, so I would call this as the brute force approach, the most basic and heavy approach. Okay, that is called as this brute force approach. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll traverse through the loop and I'll check whether the nums of I is minimum or not. So I'll just take one variable min. Okay, which will be equal to what? Is it 0, is it minus infinity, or is it plus infinity? So when I am trying to calculate the minimum value, it means that if I take the value as minus infinity, then this will be the minimum, right? So it will not get updated. If my value is say 2, it is coming 2 in one iteration, nums of I will iterate, right? And in some operation it will come minus 5. So af- between this minus infinity and minus 5, which is smaller? It is minus infinity, which is smaller. So in any of the case, I will not be getting this minimum value, because it will always show the minimum value as minus infinity, always, in every iteration. So what do we have to do? We have to keep this value as plus infinity. Okay. Why plus infinity? If I take 1000, if I take 1 lakh, then in this iteration you might get 1 lakh 1 or 2 lakh as the value of any nums of I. So in that case, my minimum will be again this uh, plus 1 lakh which I have taken. So that is wrong. Okay. So fact that what value we should take for a minimum is has to be plus infinity. Okay. So in Python we denote minimum as float in bracket infinity. Right. So this is how we represent plus infinity. Okay, so this is my minimum value. Now I'll compare this minimum value to every nums of I, right? So which is smaller? How do I find out which is smaller? I'll just put a function minimum of min comma nums of I, right? Every time I'll compare. And what is this? This will be the mini value. I'll just put it as mini, not min. Mini. So mini will be float of minus infinity. Right. Okay. Float of minus infinity. Simple funda. You have to compare every nums of I to min mini value. Okay, mini value, right? So this we have to compare every time. Okay, so it will compare with every iteration, and in the end I'll return mini. So whatever is the value of this, it will just get uh, saved in mini. So let's talk about the uh, it should be after for loop. Okay. So this is 5000 length of nums. So you can see here all the test cases are passed. Let us try submitting. Okay. So the solution is accepted. Okay, we have solved this solution. But the interviewer, the one who is taking your interview, will not be happy because he has already asked you in description. You check. The question says you have to write an algorithm that uses log n. So what is the time complexity? Okay, so the time complexity of this code is big O of n, right? This is the time complexity because it is traversing through full loop, right? In the worst case scenario, if my minimum value is the last value, then it means that it will search all the element, right? So we have to assume worst case scenario, right? So that is what is O of n. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'll just close this, and I'll do this same question with order of log n approach, right? So you can see here the array given is sorted. Okay, so if the array is sorted, it means that you can always apply binary search, right? Whenever you see that the array is sorted, it means that you have to apply the binary search, right? Okay, so uh, let us try doing it. So for binary search, we have to assume one low is equal to 0, one high is equal to n minus 1, right? So n we have already defined. Okay, we don't require mini, right? Now let us start with the loop while low is less than or equal to high. Yes. Okay, now I need to have a midpoint. Okay, whatever is the mid is equal to, it should be low plus high divided by 2, right? This is my mid. Now let us put let's start with the condition that if, so I have to see whether the element lies in my sorted part or not. Okay, So let us assume this. Let us take this value. Okay. Now, if this is my array and it has 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6 divided by 3 is 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So my mid is coming at 7, right? My mid is coming at 7. Okay, so this is the most important crucial step. You have to put concentrate here. 7 is my mid. Okay, now I have to check whether uh, which part is sorted. Okay, so let's consider from mid to end. Okay, so if nums of mid is less than nums of high, right, it means that it is sorted. Okay, it means that it is sorted. And if it is sorted, then what do we have to do? If nums of mid is less than nums of high, it means that my nums of mid is smallest, right? So I will take okay, so this min value is required. Um, let us take here. So mini is equal to float of infinity, right? So here, if nums of mid is less than nums of high, it means that mid is my lowest value for the time being. Okay, I'll consider it as for the time being. Okay. So mini is equal to minimum of uh, mini comma nums of mid, right? If I am assuming that nums of mid is the lowest one, so I have to compare it with mini, and if it is lower, then it will assign the new value to this mini. Otherwise, it will keep the same, right? Okay. If nums of, now let's assume the right wala part, right? So if nums of low is less than nums of mid, right? If nums of low is less than nums of mid, then low is less than mid. It means that now what is happening here is, just take this edge case. Okay. My mid is 7. Okay. Is my nums of mid, is my nums of low less than nums of mid? Yes, it is. In this case, it is yes. So it will take this value. Okay, mini is equal to mini minimum of mini and nums of low. Right. Okay. Now, what if in the above case between mid to high, my mini is not on the uh, not here, but on the opposite side. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll say low is equal to mid plus 1. Okay, I'll put my low to that side. Okay, and if in this case, if my nums of low is less than nums of mid, uh, oh, sorry. If it is on the opposite side, then high will be equal to mid minus 1, and here low will be equal to mid plus 1, because this is on the left side. So if left side you are sorted, but my minimum value is not coming on left side, then I'll just shift my low to mid plus 1, so that I can consider some different batch of numbers, batch of arrays. Okay, so that I can compare again this, right, or this. I think this is the code. Let's do some modification. I only not your screen. Why not? Are you able to see the screen? Let me check. Okay. Huge mistake, man. Stop sharing. Huge mistake, man. Stop sharing. Just, just. Are you able to see? Now? Are you able to see the screen now? Yeah. Okay. So initially, what we did, we just simply do the uh, we just simply do the brute force approach, wherein uh, I was traversed from 0 to n, and we actually updated mini. Okay, we got mini from here. Okay, that's quite easy. Okay, now the but interviewer will not accept this solution, because it has been already provided in the question that you have to do this algorithm using log of n time complexity, right? So the best possible solution for this can be through binary search. As you can see, the array is sorted. You The first thing which should come to your mind is binary search, because the array is sorted, right? So that is the logic. Now what I'm doing here is I've taken mini as the float of plus infinity, so that whenever I'm updating mini, it should be lesser than infinity only, so it will get updated every time, right? Now I'm starting my loop from here. I have calculated my mid. Okay, so every time mid will uh, so now I have this sort of two part. Okay, one will be sorted and another will not be sorted. So let's say if my mid say high wala part is sorted, then I will simply, it will be, if this is sorted, then it is definite, and it is but natural that nums of mid will be the minimum value in this sorted array, right? This will be the minimum value, right? Because the array is sorted. Okay, and I'll try to find the mini value using comparing the mini and the nums of mid, right? Because I'm assuming my nums of mid is minimum, and if not, then my high will be mid minus 1, right? My high will be mid minus 1, right? So that is one part. And if my nums of low is less than nums of mid, it means the other part is sorted, right? So again, I will take the minimum value of either minimum mini uh, between mini and the lowest part, right? Or the nums of low. Okay. And there I will do low is equal to mid plus 1. And in the end, I'll just return my mini. Okay. That is what I'll be doing. Okay. So here, after this while loop, I'll just return mini. Okay. This is the code. If I'm not wrong and if I'm not, losing any edge case के लिए we will think about it. Let us first try to run this program. Indentation error. Okay. Indentation. Just remove this. Okay, so this cases is running, right? This case is running. Okay. Uh, so the minimum is output. Case 2 is this. So minimum is 0. Case 3 is this. So 11. Okay, so I think this should run considering all the edge cases. If not, it's taking a lot of time. Oh, time limit exceeded. Only 3 test cases are getting passed, rest all are not. What is the problem? Okay, if nums of mid is equal to nums of high, then what? And let's say if nums of 1 is equal to just a single value, then what? All right. That edge case we have to consider here. So while low is doesn't equal to high, mid is equal to this. I'll just insert this edge case here. If n is equal to 1, then what will happen? There is no low, there is no high. So I can put this outside this. Okay. If n is equal to 1, it means that I don't have any low value, I don't have any high value, only one value is there. And that itself is the lowest value, right? So if n is equal to 1, then I'll just return nums of I simply. And I will not I will not be wanting the further loop to execute. So can I put break here or continue? What if we have two breakouts? Continue not properly in the loop. What happened now? Nums of I. Okay, let's say if nums of low is less than or equal to nums of high here, they are equal, then can I say equal to. Okay, I is not defined here. No, how this would return? I will just say nums of low. Let's say if the current range is already sorted, it means that nums of low will be less than or equal to nums of high. So I will just write uh, if the current range is already sorted here, then what we will do? So this we will do. Sorted means it can be less than or equal to. Okay. I'll just return nums of low and I'll do continue, no, because I don't want any further this thing. So while low is less than high, it should work, man. Why it is not working? Continue not syntax. Not properly. It is wrong. We have to do outside the if low. So now three more test cases are passed. Okay. Uh, okay. So three more test cases are passed. Let's say my nums value is 2 comma 1. So this is not getting passed. No, what is the problem? If okay, in else return nums of I. Is it wrong answer? We cannot do this. What we can do is, if n is equal to 2, then simply of nums of mid is equal to mid plus 1. Just remove this. Let us do the analysis, or do we have any? Continuous subspecies to this we have already done. Hint 3, all the elements left of inflection point is greater than first element of the array. All the elements to the right of inflection point is less than first element. So this is So you can see here from September 2023, nobody has commented on this discussion because everybody is getting their solutions in through ChatGPT or their LLM models. Okay. Okay, so I think this is the perfect solution. I mean, let us do some analysis. What about these two numbers? Are we not able to solve these nums? Uh, so while low is less than high, mid will be low plus high divided by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. So it will come to 1. Okay. So, okay. Can I put equal to because this midpoint is coming equal to high. Here also, nums of low is coming equal to nums of mid. Oh, yes, this was it. Cool. Hmm. So we have to put this equal to sign because if you talk about this 2 comma 1, 2 comma 1, then my mid is coming, nums of mid is coming 1. But this nums of mid is equal to my minimum value, right? So my nums of mid is my high. Okay. Or you can say the this one nums of mid. So 1 is my nums of mid. And what is nums of high? Nums of high is also 1. So it is equal to. In other case scenario, this low can also be equal to nums of mid, right? That can also be the thing. So this is the solution here. In other 2 3 cases, we have actually did less than only, not equal to. Okay. So this is we have beaten all 150 test cases are passed. Okay. Correct. Can we try doing this question? this is the hard one. So find minimum in rotated sorted array second. Okay. So this is the hard question. Okay. Suppose we have this array. What is may contain duplicates? It may contain duplicates. Okay. So we have to look after the duplicates as well, right? So this makes the problem becomes hard. Okay. Because we have to consider the edge cases as well, right? Okay. So let's start with binary search only, right? So my low is equal to 0, n is equal to len nums, high is equal to n minus 1. Okay. Uh, Minimum. So minimum value, okay, is equal to float of plus infinity, right? So this is the minimum value. Now, while low is less than or equal to high, mid is equal to low plus high divided by 2 if nums of mid, let's talk about sorting, is less than nums of high. It means that this is sorted, and if it is sorted, then there may be chances where uh, so if nums of mid is less than nums of high, then min val is equal to minimum of uh, this min val comma nums of mid, nums of mid. Okay. uh, but I would consider a case where my lowest or minimum value is on the other side. So what I'll do is uh, I'll pick my high, and I'll do mid minus 1. High is equal to mid minus 1, right? Now if there is another case where, let's talk about the other part, nums of low, okay, is less than nums of mid, then I'll simply say min val is equal to minimum of min val comma nums of low, right? Because this is sorted, we are considering it as sorted. Okay. If this is sorted, then, and if the our element is not lying on the sorted part, it might happen that it will be on the other part. Then I'll do low is equal to mid plus 1. Okay. And in the end, I'll return min val. But here I have to consider the repeated case also. So let's consider this case. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is my mid. Okay. This is my mid. Uh, so here nums of mid is less than nums of high. Okay. But it is not. So here it will go. Nums of low is less than nums of mid. This is also not the case. So here is the edge case. It is not going in both the loop, right? It is not going in both the loop because both the loop is not having any such condition. So what I'll do is, if nums of low is equal to my nums of mid, if that is the case, okay, so in that case what I'll do, can I do directly equal to here is less than or equal to nums of low? Yes. And what about the highest high wala case? Can we run it once and see how many test cases are getting passed? So the test case is getting passed, but I don't think it will take care of all this solution, all the questions. Yeah, that is what. Can I do this also? If mid and high, that part is the same. Okay. Yes, Sharma, big fan, sir. Can I get a shout out? Okay. Hi, Yash. How are you? Mm, okay. सर मीटअप कब करोगे? सर व्हेन विल यू मीटअप? सर व्हेन विल द मर्ज बी launched? What launch are you talking about? When will you meet up? Okay. So, Yash, please tell me what kind of launch you are talking about. Is that something related to course launch or something? want me to create a dedicated course on DSA in Python, please comment down. So if you want me to create any kind of dedicated course on Python, feel free to comment. Feel free to comment, guys. Okay. So here we have to handle the edge cases. Okay. If we try to handle one or two edge case, then probably all the answer will be correct. So we are just left with few edge cases. So one of the edge cases is this. Okay, so let's try decoding it. Uh, so 3313. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. So 0, 1, 2, 2. So that is nums of mid. So nums of mid is less than nums of high. Yes. So this is sorted. When this is sorted, then minimum value will be 1. Minimum value will come 1. Now I'll try to see the other side. High is equal to mid minus 1. So high is equal to this minus 1. 3. High is this. My low is 3. My high is 3. So mid. So nums of low is less than nums of mid. Okay, so this is not. So this is equal to no. Nums of mid is equal to nums of low is less than or equal to nums of mid. What is the mid? What is the mid value? 2 divided by 1, that is 1. So 0, 1. So 3. So nums of low is equal to nums of mid. Yes. So min val will become, it will not get updated. So it will be 1. Now what I'll do, low is equal to mid plus 1. So my low is 3 and mid is this plus 1. So low and high are crossing. It means that the loop will end. Okay, so I think equal to में तो होना चाहिए. Okay. So let's say for 311. Okay. uh, hello, hello, Akarsh Gupta. Hello, Akarsh, how are you? Hi, brother. So if we talk about say one case 311. Okay, let's talk about this case 3 1 and 1. Okay, so mm, so my mid will be 1, this one. So ये वाला केस लेते हैं, nums of mid is less than nums of high, so this is not. So in this the code will not run through this, right? Because my nums of mid is equal to nums of high. So what if my nums of mid is equal to nums of high, as in this case? Can we submit it now? I'm sorry. I'll just. But these many test cases are getting per. Few test cases are not getting per. So 3313. 3313. How to tackle 3313? My output is coming 3. Let's analyze this 3313. Okay. So let's analyze this. Hmm. So 3313. So let's say this is 4. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. So mid is nums of mid is 1. Is my nums of mid less than nums of high? Yes. Is my nums of low less than nums of mid? No. So this will not get executed. This will get executed. So this 3 nums of mid. So this is sorted, right? So minimum value will be out of this 2. So minimum value will be 1. Now high will be equal to mid minus 1. So this high will be equal to mid minus 1. It will come to 3, right? So it will come to 3. Then uh, now high plus mid divided by 2. So my mid will come at 3 again. And 3 and high will be equal. Nums of mid will be equal to nums of high. That will be equal. That is 3 3. So minimum value will not get updated because minimum value is 1. Then I'll do high is equal to again mid minus 1. Then low and high will be at 3. So my mid will be 3. I think this is getting executed, man. Why there are test case which is not. Why there are test case? Okay, so that is going infinite loop. Okay, so for this input, okay, so for this input, my nums of mid is 3. Nums of I is 3. So you mid minus 1. Okay, nums of mid is greater than nums of I. So we have to take three different cases. Mhm. Otherwise, this keeps giving. Uh, I'll just put this if nums of mid is greater than nums of high, then what will happen? So here, let's say, hmm, so I will just do uh, if nums of mid is greater than nums of high, then I'll just do nums of mid is greater than nums of high. It means that it is not sorted. So I will do the ulta wala. Nums of mid is greater than nums of high, then I is equal to mid. Okay. So I'll do low is equal to mid plus 1. In a different way we can do. Can we do in a different way? Terms of mid is less than terms of I. So if mid is greater than high, I need to go right. Okay. If mid is less than high, if mid is less than high, then I will go left, or I'll keep mid. If mid is equal to high, then we have to shrink high. Okay, so I'll first consider nums of mid greater than nums of high. Uh, nums of mid is greater than nums of high. It means that my lower value will be on the right side. So I'll shift my low to mid plus 1. That logic we can put. Okay. Hamdan Asif Malik. Sir, will it be completed in 200 days? Yes, of course. We will be in a strong position, buddy. We will be in a very strong position to solve any kind of lead code questions. Like we will be in a medium level category. Okay. So once you have done 200 questions, or I would say 200 days. So in every day, sometimes I am taking only one question, sometimes I am taking two to three questions also, right? Every day. So that makes our total count near to 300 questions in 200 days, right? So that is my target. I'm trying to cover at least 300 to 350 questions in these. Anyone to be prepared for any kind of tech interviews related to good software product based companies, right? So you don't have to do random questions, right? You don't have to do randomly you on this topic and that topic. No, you pick a topic, you do at least 10 questions of that topic and you move to another topic. Okay. And you revise that topic few days after you have completed some other topics. Okay. So just have a run through, have a walk through of questions you have done, right? Just have a glimpse on that and just revise the concept, what concept you put, why you put that concept, likewise. That will be enough. Okay. So let us consider the first. Um, if nums of mid is greater than nums of high, then I will shift my low to mid plus 1. Okay, let's write that question first. Okay, so then my low is equal to mid plus 1. Right. If nums of mid is less than nums of high, then what I'm doing, if my nums of mid is less than nums of high, then either I will go left or I will do high is equal to mid. So let us do this time I is equal to not mid but mid. Just we'll do this. We don't require this. Even shorter method I'm telling you. Okay, right? And if nums of mid is equal to nums of high, then we will just decrease the value of high, right? So in the end, we are only covering this nums of high wala part. That's it. So nums of mid is equal to nums of high. And I will just say high minus equals 1. I'll just return nums of low. Okay, I think this should work. Simply I'll write this. Try to submit it. Okay. Mm, if I say high is equal to mid minus 1. Excuse me. Mid minus 1. Cases are being solved, but something wrong is there. Let's do some analysis. Oh, it's not working. So this question is becoming little tricky. Just the harder one. This is the harder one. Okay. Let us see the constraints. N is equal to nums of length. So, oh, what was wrong, man? Uh, what did I do just now? Elif. I did Elif. Okay, okay. So a single thing might give some wrong output, right? So Elif you have to use it, and in the end else, right? Else means nums of mid is equal to nums of I. That condition we have taken, right? So this is how this test case, all the test cases getting passed, right? Okay. I'm a beginner in DSA. May I please know any YouTube videos, courses, especially for DSA in Python? How did you learn DSA when you were a beginner? Okay, so mm, Atharv, you can try code and debug. That is a channel where you can find good DSA in Python course. Okay, so you can just try out these. I think this course will be good for you. Okay, if you are a beginner. Okay, and that YouTuber has solved almost 250 questions on YouTube. You can just have a watch on that. And the other is Striver also you can check, right? And you can also, but Striver is not from DSA in Python. Okay, if you want me to create any kind of series on any particular topic, let's say array, strings, or anything, then I can also create a series that will be a totally free series on YouTube. You can just have a watch. But if you are coming every day on this live platform, then you will not be requiring any kind of any channel, because we are doing everything in very detail. This much detail you will not find in any other channel. Okay, so you can just stick to this every day 11 p.m. and you will easily understand how we are solving the question. Okay, because I'm solving the question very slowly. Okay, and trying to make you understand each and every concept. Okay, why we are doing it. Okay, what are the test cases. Okay, why those test cases are getting failed. Okay, what we can do to pass those test cases, right? So all those things we discuss on this platform. Okay, so you have a look on this channel, code and debug. It's good. Okay. Okay, my pleasure. Okay, so let's start doing one more question. Basics in strings. Okay. Or let me just check what can we do linked list. Okay, let's do linked list. Middle of the linked list. Uh, Let us try doing this question. Okay. So you must have known how we can construct a node. We are simply use class node. We will def init and we will have self comma data. Okay, and we will just assume the self dot data as the data, or you can say val, and self dot next equals none. Okay, it means that it is a empty empty node, right? Now this empty node can be filled up using different this thing. So we can start writing the code here. Okay, so let us read the question first. We have You are given an array of integers. You have to construct a singly linked list from the elements of the ARR array and return the head of the linked list. So what do we have to do? I have to construct a singly linked list from elements of this. Okay, so this is my input array. I have to construct a singly linked list and return the head of the linked list. What is the head? Head will be the first letter in the this thing. Okay, head is the first node, that is called as the head. Okay, so this is return the head, so I have to return this one. Okay, head, and I have to create a linked list, singly linked list. Okay, I'm sorry. So the problem is asking you to convert an array into a singly linked list. Okay, and we have to return the head of that list. Okay, so what we can do is, I will just try to, I need to iterate through the array, right? Okay, so I'll be having a class solution that is given. I'll define a function. Okay, I'll construct a singly linked list which will assume, or which will take input as self and the uh, array, right? That is there. Okay, and I will uh, nominate the head, or you can say I'll initiate the value of head as node of 0, because node I have already created. Okay, so the node you can see here, node is already created. So whatever is my head, that will be array of 0th position wala uh, element will be my node. Okay, And what I'll say, I'll just assume current as my head. Okay. And after that, I'll traverse through it. And I'll just do current dot next is equal to node of ARR of I. That's it. And current is equal to current dot next. So I plus equals 1. The way we do in any iteration, we do I plus equals 1. Similarly, to iterate through the list, sorry, the linked list, we will do current equals current dot next. So that is how we will do, and in the end we will return our head. Okay, so let's start doing this. Okay, so first of all we will define a singly linked list where we will give the self and ARR as the input. Okay, so this is we have defined, and we have given self and ARR as the input. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll create my head. Okay, so my head is equal to node of ARR of 0, ARR of 0. Yes, right. So my head is created, right? My head is created. Arnav Pagare. Okay, please tell Arnav. And I'll assume current is equal to my head. Okay, I'll just assume current is equal to head. So that I'll while I'm iterating, I'll do current dot next is equal to my the next thing, right? Now I'll iterate, right? For I in range 0 to n, right? What is my n? I have to define it. N is equal to length of ARR, right? Current dot head. Okay. So now I will try to find what my this thing is. No, so I have created my head. Now what I'll do, I'll try to create the next element of current. Okay, so current is a temporary thing, right? So current dot next is equal to ARR of I, right? So current dot next will be equal to my uh, node of ARR of I. Okay, so node I have to create, right? Node of ARR of I. Okay, and here I will do current is equal to current dot next, right? Current is equal to current dot next, and in the end I'll return head. Okay. I hope I have not done any mistake. So initially what I have done is I have defined a list, right? Initially I have defined a list,